Hello everybody, welcome back to Gold Experience B2, our online video classes. And the big news, as you might know from an email, is that next week there are going to be new types of classes on Zoom, okay? So I'll send you your an email to your address or your parents' address, whichever address we've got. You need to click on the link and that should take you to the meeting at the time. Okay, the classes are going to be on Monday and Wednesday at 6 o'clock, okay? Now it's possible that's not your usual time, but unfortunately with coronavirus and various problems, we're having to join groups. If for some reason you can't make it at that time, let us know and we'll look to see if we can adapt or find you a different class, okay? But I hope that you can make it. Okay, so today we're going to start a new unit. We're going to be looking at stories. The best stories are told at night around a campfire. Is that true, do you think? You ever told a story around a campfire? We're going to look first of all at fiction, okay? Look at the pictures on page 92 and 93. Well, the picture is on 93, okay? And we have a question. What type of story does this picture illustrate? Yeah, a horror story. Do you like horror stories or films? How do you feel when you read a horror story? What other types of story do you like? Which ones don't you like? Why? Here are some genres that we might talk about. Okay. What is the appeal? Why do action and adventure stories attract you, appeal to you? What makes a good story for you? Is it the characters? They should be believable, interesting, an interesting location, a location that you've never been to, that you want to find more out about, a good beginning. Maybe the style of writing, who knows? Well, we're going to look at a text, okay, here about fiction. Let's read the title and the introduction. Is fiction out of fashion? Okay, is fiction out of fashion? Love them or hate them, stories have been around for a long time, even before we started to write them down. In this month's edition of Daily Tales, we asked 4 very different people whether they thought stories were still important today. So, what do you think the article is going to be about? Okay, different opinions, yeah? Well, read the 4 different texts, A, B, C and D, on page 93 and match the people with the texts. So we've got Oliver, the science fan, the drama teacher, the researcher and the recreational reader. Have a read through, pause the video and then we'll check. Just 2 minutes to read quickly. Okay, so we're back. Number 1, Oliver, is text C. Yes, that's right, he's a science fan. Number 2 would be D. I'm always telling students, so we know he's going to be a teacher, don't we? Number 3, Dr. Benson. Dr. Benson is B, a researcher. Okay, he seems to be very much on top of all the information. And finally, that means that number 4 is a recreational reader. She just enjoys reading. Okay, so this is the first certificate reading task. It's the last part of the reading paper. If you do it as the last part, you need to read 4 texts and you are given 10 questions, okay, and you have to match the text to the question. Okay, what we're looking for is paraphrases of the information in the question in different parts of the text. Remember, the questions in the task will paraphrase information, as it says in the exam tip, but they won't use the same words. Think how these keywords might be expressed differently. Question 1 says, which person mentions relatives' experiences that have become stories? Who might relatives be? So think of different words for relatives. Family members, siblings, brothers, sisters, uncle, aunt, all these different words. Different words for experiences. It might be an expression like things you go through, adventures, things we do, okay, that have become stories. Somewhere you will see a paraphrase of that, okay? Have a look through, okay, and choose the correct answer. Okay, so I'm going to leave you doing that for homework, okay? Send me the answers. This is your last time to send me the answers. And I will tell you if you're right or if you're wrong, okay? So remember, you'll need to see 1, A, B, C or D, 2, etc. Also, I would like you to do part 5, where you need to go fishing, okay? Look in the text. The texts are a sea of words washing around. Find a word in text A that means scary, frightening. 2, not real. 3, presented. 4, likely to be remembered. Okay. 5, attraction. Something that appeals, attracts you. Imagine. Being aware. Remember that word, aware? Conscious of something. Knowing that something is true or is there. Honestly. Okay? Find those. Okay, we'll stop there. It's a nice short lesson. Okay, all you need to do is read the text, answer the questions, part 4, and find the words. Next class, where we'll be meeting each other face to face, we'll maybe talk a bit more to start off about these things, about whether time online stops you reading books, or the last story that you read. What was the last story that you read? What was it about? Okay, be ready to tell us. And when you watch or listen to other people at school or in a cafe, do you ever invent stories about what might be happening to them? Do you sit there waiting for your friends, looking across and seeing another person, thinking, maybe the person is acting a bit strangely, and imagine why? Okay, so we're going to stop there. A brief lesson today, but we'll be back full strength next week. Remember, look for the email. Look in your spam if you don't see it. If you can't find it anywhere, contact me directly and I'll resend it. There will probably be some technical problems here and there at the start. Please be patient. Okay? If the first time is not possible, try again. I'll keep on trying to help you. And of course, remember, the classes on Zoom, when we're meeting together, will be a bit more like ordinary classes. Okay, you'll need your books, your pencils, your ears to listen to people. Okay. The desire to speak and express your opinion, but also the ability to respect what other people are saying. Okay, so I shall see you next week. Okay, goodbye.